Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Southern Section Report. I'm Rich Estrella, and today we are coming to you from the Echo Chamber here at Esperanza High School. We're talking about the Aztecs, and I'm here joined by Coach Mark Hill. He is the head coach of Esperanza basketball. And, Coach, you guys, first of all, congratulations, man. Making it to state, that's a big deal.
Thank you, Rich. Appreciate it.
Your administration, your campus must be sky high right now, because the only thing better than winning any kind of championship is probably a football championship is a basketball championship. Those are hard to come by.
Well, especially if we can go ahead and pull it off and win a state championship, that would be awesome. The community is really excited and very proud. Obviously, we've had great support this year from our fan base and from people on the outside as well. So it's been a great year, and we hope to continue that one more game.
Yes, one more game indeed. Now, Coach, we talked earlier about Esperanza, and this year you felt you would have a pretty good team this year. You finished number 5 in the county last year. This year you finished number 3, and now you're in the state finals. Talk about what you thought about your team coming into the season, or maybe let's start with how you felt about them last year ending the season.
Well, we were a little bit disappointed because we felt we could have gone further after 2 years ago getting to the semifinals of CIF. We ended up losing in the second round and just came back with a vengeance. We had 7 returning varsity players this year that were in their 3rd year of varsity basketball, 12 returning varsity players overall. And, of course, we were ranked 5th in the county last year. I felt we would be about number 3 in the county. And obviously we have the player of the year in the county this year in Estrella. But, taking that aside, we are a very talented team. This is still a very good basketball team. Even if you took KZ off the team, it was still a very good basketball team. This team all grew up together. They're local, homegrown players that grew up from 3rd grade, 4th grade together. So it's been a real pleasure to be a part of this, especially in this age of transfers that we have going on here in Southern California.
And that's something very true, and that's something very special. When you can get a neighborhood high school, you got somewhere between 15 and 2,000 kids in it, and you can get to the state, I got to be honest with you, Coach, that's coaching. That's got a lot of it's coaching.
It's talent, but it's also some coaching is involved.
Well, most of the kids we talk to, when we talk to the away from the camera, and we ask them about what they do, and they say, this team's really close. We hang out together on the weekends. We go to the movies. We go to parties together. And I imagine when you have this many players coming up together, they're pretty close too. They gel.
Yes. And having grown up since 3rd grade, 4th grade, they know everything about each other, right? And they're comfortable with each other. We never had any kind of issues with these kids. They all love each other. To be able to go to Illinois like we did for 7 whole days on a trip, that's a tough trip if you don't like each other. So.
Well, yeah, there's a trust factor involved with any team, especially at a high competitive level such as this. Now, your season this year, you guys start out of the gates like gangbusters. You guys won, 22 in a row?
22 in a row, yes.
Talk about that.
Well, we ended up losing the semifinals out in Illinois of the Tournament of Champions. So we went 3-1. And then we came home, we played in our tournament, won our tournament, 4-game tournament, and then we won some single games along the way, ended up winning the Orange Holiday Classic tournament, ended up being a 22-game win streak before we got to the CIF playoffs and the Open Division.
Well, let's talk about some of your players this year. Obviously, the big guy, the big gun for you, and every team has 1 or 2, some of them, is Paul.
Yeah, KZ's played for me for 3 years, so he's a 3-year varsity starter. He was first-team all-county player last year. He came into high school at 5'10" with all the guard skills, grew 10 inches over the course of the 4 years that he's been here, and ended up signing with Stanford. Obviously, he's an outstanding student. He has a 4.5 GPA.
Wow.
So not only a great basketball player, but a great student. So Stanford, in my opinion, got a steal because he's going to be a super player for them.
Coach, how important is that to you to have a player that's Stanford quality? Stanford University does not give out athletic scholarships. They give out academic scholarships only. So you better have a pretty good grades. But how does that translate on the court? I mean, it must help a lot having a really smart player.
Well, it does, but this whole team is like that. They're very smart. They've grown up playing basketball together. They've even played high-level basketball together. So, their experience has been important for us, and it's been an asset for us. I think going into this year, we knew we had some talent, returning talent, but experience was very important for us. So, and it was going to be a huge asset for us this year.
Real quick, last week Pasadena game, what did you come away with positive? What were the negatives?
Well, the positive was we got it up 21 points in the fourth quarter. The negative was we had allowed them to get back down to 6 points. We missed some free throws and turned the ball over. But we ended up winning by 10. But, it's been a great experience playing in the Southern California Regionals, and to be able to pull that off against Crossroads in the semifinals, and, of course, a team like Pasadena in the regional finals is a great accomplishment for us.
Talk about your opponent this week. Moreau Catholic, these guys like to score points, man. These guys like to run up and down the court and play some b-ball and put it in that hole. Tell us about them.
Well, they're a little bit different from us. We kind of pride ourselves on defense and trying to hold teams down. They're more of a high-scoring offense, 90s, 80s. In fact, their last game, I think, was 81-77. They do a lot of different things. Obviously, they're very talented to be at this point, to play in the state championship game. They have a freshman, 6'5" player, Kyrie Walker, who's one of the best freshmen in the country. And then number 11, Milstad, is a Division I player going to Grand Canyon University. In fact, he had 43 in the last game, in the championship game. So obviously they have two outstanding players. They're strong kids. They look like football kids to me. They're built, really put together well. They do a multitude of things. They'll play man, but they'll 2-3 zone. They'll do a 1-2-2 zone. They'll get up full court press. So they do a lot of different things. But obviously up tempo, that's what they want to play.
This is like a pro team. We were talking earlier just off the cuff about things that go on. And when you get to state at this level, I mean, these kids are well trained. They know they can get in any zone defense. They go man to man. They can pretty much run anything and adapt. And being able to adapt on the fly, especially in the state finals, is very key.
Yeah, and be able to make adjustments.
Yes, you have to
on
do
the fly. That's an important factor, and it's important to your success too as a basketball team. Now,
when will you leave, and what's the schedule like going up there? I'm sure everybody out there who wishes they were going to state would like to know what's up, man. When's the party start?
9 a.m. on Friday. We got a charter bus, and we're heading up to Sacramento. So then we'll be staying up there about a mile from the arena, Golden One Arena. So we'll be spending the night there. So it'll be great. We've got parents going. Some other people are going. Sure. Some people will be driving up that day of the game. Some people will be flying in. So we'll have some support there. But we'll be leaving at 9 a.m. on Friday. And then, our game's on Saturday at 4 o'clock. And then we'll be just bussing it back after that.
How's it feel to set a milestone at Esperanza High School, being the first team to go to state? Chance to win it, Coach.
We try not to think about too much right now. Those are things you'll reflect on after the season. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm still in game mode and game planning, preparing, and just trying to keep it going, and not thinking too much about those kinds of things. And just one more game, just play one more game, play well for one more game.
One more game.
Yeah. Hey, Rich, I do want to thank some people. Obviously, Dr. Fox, our principal, who brought me back 6 years ago. I thank him for the opportunity to come back and do this. He's retiring this year. Matt Slevkov, our athletic director, for all his support. Obviously, my coaching staff, Craig Matthews, who's been with me forever. I hired him back when he was 19 years old, and we've grown old together. My wife, obviously, for allowing me to keep coaching at this age.
Coaching stuff, man.
And we have a great group called the Six Man here, student group, that really gets after it and really supports us, and I really owe them a lot too as well. So.
Well, winning is infectious. You guys have done a lot of winning, Coach, and it's going to continue. You just need one more, though. Just one more, Coach.
One more.
All right. Well, listen, congratulations.
Thanks, Rich.
Good luck this weekend up at State, and we'll check on your progress next week.
Okay.
All righty. This is Mark Hill, head coach, Esperanza High School. They're going to State this weekend, and we're going to let you know how they did. All right, let's take a look at the other participants in the state finals this weekend, and we'll leave you with that.